So if you've seen my community tab lately, you know that I'm currently working on a racing sim update or another video around the racing sim chair I got. But the problem with that is that it's not really done printing yet. That whole project has a few prints that are like 21-hour plus. And rather than wait on the printer to finish, I figured why don't we do something else? How about another Fan Showdown? Season 2, episode 12, 3 weeks in a row. Too many? Not enough? You let me know, because I have over 1,400 fans in the queue waiting to make their debut.
Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Whether you're looking to fend off boredom, focus on self-care through creativity, or join a similarly creative community, Skillshare is a place to keep you learning. Now, normally the stuff that I watch on Skillshare revolves around how can I improve my YouTube channel, and this time it's no different. One of the newest classes offered on Skillshare is one put together by Marquez Brownlee called YouTube Success Script Shoot and Edit with MKB HD. In this class, Marquez walks you through his process of how he goes about creating his YouTube videos. So if YouTube is something that you're thinking about getting into, or maybe you already have a channel and you're looking for ways that you can improve it, YouTube Success with MKB HD will be a great place to start. And for the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description below, you'll get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. And after that, it's only around $10 a month. Thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video.
So the first thing we're going to look at today is one that might seem pretty basic at first glance, but a lot more thought went into it than you might think. This is the Accounting for Surface Speed fan, and it was created by Tyler, and he's got this theory that he wants to test out. Now, Tyler said when looking at other Fan Showdown videos, specifically the smoke test, he noticed that most of the fans pull the smoke in towards the hub rather than at the tips, and he's thinking that he can take advantage of this by designing a fan that has more surface area near the hub where there's lower surface speed, and have less surface area at the tips where there's more surface speed. He also goes on to say that this is going to keep most of the mass towards the center of the fan disc, and he's hoping that translates into less vibration and thus less noise. But honestly, my favorite part about the whole design that he's got here is that he did all this. He has this theory, he went out and designed it, and then he sent me a fan and he called it the ass. I would have done the same. Now, where Tyler gave us a whole, spiel of the process that he went through to design his fan, Freeman 401 just simply says, it definitely speaks for itself. And this is his fan, the Fan, and I guess he's right. Now, the Fan is having a bit of an identity crisis, you could say, and to combat that, it's simply stating what it is repeatedly. The hub says the Fan, and the blades also say fan and fan. It definitely says it's a fan, but will it perform like a fan? Now, this next one might actually be my favorite one of the bunch here, and not because I necessarily think it's going to do the best, but I'm a sucker for outside the box ideas, and this is one of them. This is the roof ventilator, and it was created by Sagar, and I'm sure I nailed that pronunciation, and he based his design on, well, a roof ventilator. Oh, and well, I said this is my favorite one, now, while I was removing the support material on this fan, I definitely wanted to just throw it off a cliff, because, wow. It took me like a solid 45 minutes to get to where we are now. And it might not be perfect, but I had to test it, so I did my best to get it to where we are now, so hopefully it works. I really just want to see how it does on the smoke test because of how goofy it is. Also, what happened to roof turbines? That's what this is based off of. I remember seeing them like all over the place growing up, especially on like farmhouses back in the day. But have you seen one lately? Because I don't. My house doesn't have one. I don't think my neighbors do. And if you aren't sure what a roof turbine is, it's that little spinny boy on top of roofs or buildings, I guess, any structure. And normally it ventilates attics, and how it works is when even like the smallest breeze blows, the turbine spins, and that creates a vacuum, and it kind of just sucks the air out of the attic. But you don't see them very often. I guess ridge vents do the same thing, and they do it without the unsightly turbine on the roof and no noise, so I guess we just answered that question. Now, the next fan is called the UAMO, or Unidentified Air Moving Object, and it was created by Jacoboy? Is that a real name? What he wanted to do was create a fan that spun indefinitely fast and did so without making any noise. However, he didn't think there was any human tech out there that could, accomplish this. So he designed it, or basically decided to reconstruct a known design from outside of our solar system. These are his words, not mine. And I like it. Again, I don't know if it's gonna work the best, but if you had like a UFO themed PC, there you go. It kind of makes me really sad that you can't buy any PC parts, because I have all these cool fans that we could like work into special PC builds or themed PC builds, but yeah, can't buy any GPUs. I mean, I've had this PC that I wanted to build forever that I have no GPU for, so maybe someday we'll do some sweet, theme builds, but not today. But what we can do today is see exactly how all of these fans sound. Excuse me. The ass came in with a sound level of 49.3 dBA. The roof vent came in with a sound level of 46.8 dBA. The UAMO came in with a sound level of 46.3 dBA. And the fan came in with a sound level of 49.6 dBA. Also, just in case you're curious, the ambient sound level in the room today is a little loud. It's 41.7. It's not the quietest here. They got the printer going in the background. The air conditioner's on because it's a little warm today, but we're doing our best. But now, most importantly, it's time to see, how does the roof vent fare in the smoke test? There has to be like a PC theme around this thing too. Let me know, because one day we're gonna do it. But when it comes to PC cooling, this is how they all stacked up. The roof vent came in with an average temperature of 80.9 at a room temperature of 21.1, giving us a delta of 59.8. The ass came in with an average temperature of 78.5 at a room temperature of 21.1, giving us a delta of 57.4. The UAMO came in with an average temperature of 81.2 at a room temperature of 21, giving us a delta of 60.2. And the fan came in with an average temperature of 75.7 at a room temperature of 20.8, giving us a delta of 54.9. Meaning that the fan came in first, followed by the ass in second, the roof vent in third, and the UAMO in fourth. Not only that, the fanny fan, it was able to squeak its way onto the board, placing fourth overall, which I thought this was a meme. But evidently, memes are where it's at, Dick Fan, still up there. Again, thank you to everybody who's sent in a fan design. And if you want to get in on the action, I mean, like I said, we got plenty of fans to go, but I could always use another. Make sure to head over to my Thingiverse account to check out, the critical dimensions you need to hit in order for the fan to fit on the A12X25 frame. And then make sure to send me at least an STL file to the fanshowdown@gmail.com. And maybe we'll see you next week or sooner. Who knows? You let me know. Bye.